All right, so we will be looking over community submitted games. I haven't been playing for, or I haven't been, true, I haven't been playing or watching Summoner Wars for the past like week and a half. Just been really busy with real life stuff. Um, but I'm happy that a lot of people submitted replays. I think also Claris submitted some replays. Let me add those just so I don't forget. Yeah, let me add their games. To the spreadsheet. Just so I don't forget. I probably won't go through all of these today, but I'll try to get them all done this weekend. I know Jexic will be streaming some custom games tomorrow, so maybe before or after he streams, I'll uh, go through the rest of the replays. But yeah. Let's start watching replays. So we'll start with Bookish Angry Granny. I'm curious if they're playing Eternal Council or I will. Streamers Alliance, yeah. uh, okay, so Bookish is playing Wayfarers, and then Jexic's playing the Eternal Council. I know Jexic's been playing a lot of Eternal Council, and also Bookish. I think they're best well known for their amazing Wayfarers. Let's watch. Celeste a little bit of an exposed position, but is able to get. I don't think you care too much with Eddie stuck in this corner. But we get the early insight. I'm curious if they have a learn at the end. Ooh, the whiff. But Edia is 5, so it doesn't really matter too much. But ideally, you'd love those Edia dice on the Dancer. Alright, get some... I agree with that. Chooses to do the ping damage on Celeste versus Dancer. Alright, Bookish is able to get the forward gate spot, which only leaves Jexic 2 places. Oh, this is a cool kind of... This advisor is going... is taking a trip. Double Dancer. I don't think I've seen that too much. Triple Dancer would be nuts. Jexic smartly gets the gate spot, so Bookish should probably have not. For this reason, Bookish should have probably not footworked the advisor. Does this Dancer get blown up? Let's see. Oh, okay, so they go for Celeste. Alright, 5. I think that's about average. Is it 5 or 6 with 8? Probably 5. Closer to 5, I'm assuming. Jexic doing a good job with keeping inside up. And there's usually 2 strategies versus Edia. Usually it's either you go in and try to get Edia low strategy, or you try to just clear the board strategy, and it looks like, and give Edia, or deny Edia any boost. And it looks like Bookish is going for the clear the board and then get chip damage on Edia strategy. Alright, we get a Seek. Sorry, just doing some overlay stuff. Seek Scholar. Both players have been doing a good job clogging up gate positions. We also next turn have a double slip by, so I'm assuming we'll at least see one. Ooh, if they... Oh, they do have it, okay. There's a chance at lethal right here. Interesting. This play would be amazing if Celeste didn't have slip by. It still is a pretty good play by Edia, but I'm assuming Eddie gets pretty low this next turn. And then Celeste. Ooh, nice play. Super nice play by Jexic. How do you escape this bookish? So double slip by. Oh, that's cool. They're going to hide in this corner. Super cool play. Oh, the whiff. The one thing is Eddie can potentially just blow up the gate. This is a fun game to watch. Do they blow up the 5 health gate and just go for the damage? That's what I would assume Jexic would try to do. Nice. And do they get it? Nice game. Great game. Thanks for submitting that. I think that's the first replay submitted where the person who submitted it lost to show a cool game by their opponent, in this case, Jexic. No, thank you for sharing that, Bookish. Super cool. Yeah, great plays by, I think, the play which impressed me the most. So you guys both did a great job of blocking gates and getting damage in. I think probably what you didn't expect in one of the cool plays, I think, was this turn. Was this one? No, it was the turn afterwards, I think. Oh, the turn before this. Yeah. We had the double. No, so this one I think you expected probably. The one which we probably didn't expect was this turn. Yeah. Turn 8 was a really cool turn by Jexic. Alright, so I guess, sorry, turn 7. This turn where the Granny pushes up. Oh, no. Sorry, guys. Was it turn 6, really? Oh, because they had Seek all. Yeah, this was a sick turn, so turn 6 was the sick turn. So the Psychic Assault to kill the Adventurer. I wonder how long. We'd have to ask Jexic how long this turn took to come up with. Super cool turn. Also, the double gate is nice. Just giving a lot of places Celeste or Wayfarers has to deal with. Yeah, Jexic loves advisors. But yeah, very cool play. GG's by both of you guys. All right. Next one is Nestle's Archer on a Mission. So I'm curious what faction this will be. Will it be a Breakers, or will it be Savannah Elves, or will it be Tundra Orcs? And of course with Nestle it's Tundra Orcs. Fallen Kingdoms? True, Aaron, it could be Fallen Kingdoms. Alright, so the title of this replay is Archer on a Mission. So let's see. This is a game you don't want to remember. FT Cup. Are you Dark and Stormy? This sounds like a fun matchup. I'm curious if this was a league matchup in the past. Tundra Orcs versus Retalis. Just very explodey. Yeah, Aaron, add a submission. Alright, going in at the same time, trying to only give one avenue for Blood Summon here. I wonder if they re-roll the Frenzy dice on this to protect the gate. Yeah, they do. Okay, cool. Cool, just Tundra Orc stuff. I was wondering if that was important enough for Nestle, and it looks like it is. Because it makes sense. They would only have one other good gate spot otherwise. Yeah, I agree, Nolan. I like trying to figure out what people mean when they put the title in. Ooh, okay. So this is a very sorry, let's go back. Because this is a shorter game, so I'll go back a little bit. because I didn't appreciate Dark and Thormy's turn. So basically, try to get the gate position as well as try and affect this. Just a very nice play, um, just to get the forward gate spot and then have a aggressive gate here while trying to keep Retalis safe from any type of Tundra Orc uh, crazy brutal force turns. We get the Smasher, trying to get the Carrier, then Primal Fury, trying to destroy this gate. The one thing is that Nestle will leave his forward spot position, but because Grognak is still at 14 health, he's a little bit susceptible to double Blood Summon, but I don't think Dark and Thormy has enough units, and also getting a 14 out of 14 is just super rare. Ooh, we got a Dragos sighting. Let's go. I think Dragos, in my opinion, is the best champion in Fallen Kingdoms if you don't have tournament buffs. Curious how this is used. Oh, that's a sick play. Potentially then using Dragos' ability to get a bunch of damage. And the best part about Dragos is that if you use Life Drain, you're guaranteed 4 damage. In this case, they get 5, though. Nice. What a big turn by Dark and Thorny. And Thami. Yeah, I agree, Bean. I think in other Dragos is just a really good champion overall. Alright, is able to do some clearing, try to get Grognata out of there. Do we get a big blood summon or archer turn by Dark and Thorm? It doesn't look like it this turn, but potentially setting up for one in the future with that archer. I forgot about shift. Okay, so potentially get some damage on Grognak. And also giving a nice front. This looks very intimidating if you start your turn as a Tundra Orcs. Oh, and it gets the 3 out of 3. Nice. We get Shank with the gate. So people sometimes ask, how do you deal with Blood Summon? This is a great example. You need to kind of make a wall in some formation. It can be a jagged wall also, but you do need to make a wall. Ooh, gets the 5 with Shank. Too bad it's just on an archer. Yeah, I agree, Nolan. I think just the guaranteed 4 damage is always... Anytime you can have guaranteed damage, it's always good. Don't need to trust those pesky dice. Interesting. Blood summons off Dragos? What cool turn is happening here? Why would you do 2 damage to Dragos? Oh, that's a sick turn. That's a sick turn. Wow, Dark and Thormy. Oh, what a play. That's sick. I didn't even see that. Alright. Why did they do damage to Dragos? So let's look at this turn again. That's cool. So the first 2 replays were submitted were both losses. But really cool plays by their opponents. The dragon just BM. I think you're right, Bean. Showing Nestle what's up. Oh, FTF Cup is Nestle, I guess. So that's cool. So how does this archer get here? Okay. Then here. What a sick play. And then here. And then gets the shot. What a sick play. You might be right, Aaron. It's probably either BM, like Bean said, or they just forgot to undo it. They were thinking about doing another turn where they kill Dragos for extra warrior damage or something. And thought of a better turn. All right. 2 crazy replays so far. All right, next up is Purse Warden. Best Mutant. But yeah, the title there was completely accurate. Archer on a mission. the archer, the archer was on a mission. Oh, Aaron, you're already in this replay. They're fungal dwarves. So the title of this again is Best Mutant. Alright, I'm assuming a bursting mutant, because that's my favorite mutant. Maybe that's what Purse Warden's talking about. But we'll see what the best mutant is. Ooh, cool play by Aaron. Getting both gate spots turn one as fungal dwarves. If they had a gate here, that'd also be super cool. Sadly, no gate. Yep, everyone has a different best mutant. And Aaron says this is a tough game. This looks like an interesting matchup. I'm assuming just the amount of ping damage. Especially if you're able to get a... What's that mutant called? The ping damage mutant. It's probably... You want to get an early spew probably in this matchup to just try to ping away any carriers easily. Yeah, spew. Okay, I like it. Basically trying to confine Purse Warden to this quarter of the map, which is kind of good as a fungal dwarves. If you can confine your... I mean, anytime you can confine your summoner to a corner, it's always good. But especially as fungal dwarves. Interesting. Interesting attack order. Oh, because they have volatile. Okay, that makes sense. And then bestial. Nice play. Nice play by Purst. And then get it. And then Aaron's in kind of an awkward position where they need to either push up with Kaldak or summon a unit and try to get it. Oh, never mind. The beast didn't die. But if the beast had died, then Aaron would be in a little bit of an awkward position. But I like this. We got the pushing forward fungal doors. Nice. Oh, interesting. A winged. Okay. I guess Demigaga still has a lot of magic, so if you can just clear the board here, you're in a pretty good position. Do they get the 2 out of 2? Yep. Okay, the Horrify. Keep Demigaga a little bit safe. Yeah, but this is slightly awkward because you'd love to have a gate somewhere here. But I think Aaron's doing the right thing. Trying to destroy their gate. Because there's not really too much else you can do. Oh, you have spores. Nice, nice. At least that makes this play a little less painful for Aaron. Alright, let me... 1 second, I have to ban someone in chat. I got a botter. Ban! Alrighty. Back to the game. Yeah, Filth seems really good in this matchup. You just feast on carriers. Or sorry, not Filth. Bestial seems really good. And just Purse is doing a very good job making it the turns like super awkward for Aaron as Fungal Dwarves, reducing the horde, um, and also in this case doing a good job blocking this gate. So Kaldak as always seems to be starting the turns with 1 or 0 units. Kind of what you want to do against Fungal Dwarves. Yeah, Bestials just seem so strong in this matchup. And also Demigog having a 4 range dice is pretty big. Would you say this matchup is very filth favored, Aaron, or do you think it's winnable? Okay, nice. At least has a demand. I probably wouldn't have used the demand if Archer had rolled better. Just did the Kaldak attack instead. But I was able to get some chip damage on Winged also, which is nice. I guess another good thing Purse is doing here is making it hard, also by clearing the beast for these cultists to get infected, because that would be one danger, one advantage that Fungal Dwarves has, which Aaron is trying to do by pushing in, is that all these cultists have, or 2 out of the 3 cultists both have 2 health, so beasts have an easy time infecting them. But Purse has made it very hard for any beast to attack any cultists. I think Aaron's only been attacking mutants just because of what is being exposed. Yeah, I could see that, Aaron. Just huge units in general are just bad for Fungal Dwarves because you ideally you want to infect as many units per turn, and also Fungal Dwarves in general struggle with only having 3 attacks per turn if you have a big horde. So having to use multiple attacks on 1 unit is never the best. Purse, you can't be spoiling the wait till the end of the game. You're spoiling your own title. We were trying to. I was thinking it was gonna be bursting, and Bean said everyone has a different mutant. But no, I agree. Beast is by far, I think, usually the best one. Usually, it just allows for Demigog to do crazy stuff. Especially in a game where you don't want too many of your units dying. Bestial is just so important. But this is a cool game. Yeah, you've summoned Bestial a lot. But who knows? You could have had some cool lethal on Kaldak in a crazy situation with bursting. Yep. I will never. I will never. I'll never say bursting is not the best mutant. Okay, cool use of Incanter. I like. Ben would do this to me when this faction first came out. Just have Incanter in the back, um, while just summoning a ton of cultists. Probably not the best against fungal dwarves because cultists just die unless you have the event. Uh, but normally, yeah. Okay, nice positioning. That purse. Yeah, I think you're right. Beast has been summoned a ton. Yeah, it's gonna be summoned again, so 5th time. Just infinite boosts. Poor Aaron is starting all their turns and all their units are gone. I think this is like the 4th or 5th turn. They just open their browser and all their units are gone. Yeah, Kaldak's always alone. Homeless Kaldak. Yeah, but Bestial has gotten a ton of value this game. Um, okay, cool. A Zeal turn. Okay, goes Horror first. Finally got your Abomination. Yeah, exactly, Nolan. No deck, but just infinite boost. But yeah, this gate's been doing work. You've had a good gate positioning this game, Purse. Now this is a semi-big roll. If it whiffs, it's really bad, but doesn't whiff. Yeah, at this point, Aaron's game plan is probably just get rid of as many units as reliably as possible before Abomination just becomes unkillable and just crazy. Oh, interesting. Okay, so Demigod doesn't take any other mutants. I guess it's more important really right now for Purse to replace units than it is for Abomination to... Oh, I didn't realize you could do that any part of the turn. Okay. I thought it was only summoning phase. Shows you what I know about the filth. Beast yeah, eats up a lot of magic, but you have a lot of boost. Yeah, and the good thing is you can harvest for magic also, or yeah, or sorry, not harvest, mutagist for magic. I think there's an argument. Look, I'm not gonna go on the nerf train right now, but if you were to nerf filth, I think the easiest thing would just to make mutagist just cost 4. I mean, I guess you could nerf their units, but they love summoner changes, I feel like, so mutagist to 4 I think would be completely fine, or nerf beast to only give 1 boost, something like that. There's a few ways you could deal with it. I think it's a pretty easy faction to balance. That said, look, I'm not saying we should nerf it. I think it's even though it's one of the stronger decks, I'm all for letting it go for a little bit and then maybe just in Plaid Hat tournaments adjusting it like they do with Savannah Elves. Oh yeah, boost aura to 2 would be nice. Also, I agree with that. Just to make sure Demigod can't just play so far back behind gates. Yeah, I agree, Aaron. I don't really look. It's not like old frogs. I'll say it that way. Like if Filth were to stay this way for the rest of their for the rest of Summoner Wars 2, I would not have too many complaints. I never feel like they're super oppressive when I play against them. Compared to like, how frogs used to be, let's say it that way, as a benchmark. Alright, Abomination is very super Abomination. Aaron's trying to trench out here. Hopefully get some chip damage on Abomination. I actually... Horror has kind of been doing work here on Abomination. Usually I don't really think too highly of it, just because you just need to do 2 damage to Abomination and then it goes away. But when you always get 1 damage per turn, or 1 health back per turn, with Demigod mutagenizing, it actually does value. And also, not even that, it kind of disincentivizes attacks because you see that your unit only has, 1 less dice. Yeah, you're right, Purse. The horror buff preventing the other units from dying inside this corner. it kind of goes. It helps a lot against what the game plan of Horror just seems really good in this matchup. Let's say it that way. Hmm. I see Nolan. Yeah. So you had a feeling. And they get the 5 out of 5. GG's guys. That was a great game. Very fun. I'm curious if this game, if you whiff there, I mean, just trying to get away from Abomination with flying and tentacle is like almost impossible. But yeah, no, that was a fun game. Thank you, Purse. Yeah, I agree, Nolan. I think look, it's one of the stronger factions. I think everyone agrees, but it's not as busted as it used to be. All right, DQI's replay, ping damage. Yeah, so if they didn't hit here, Aaron, the good thing is this carrier has 3, so it would have turned. The good thing is they have 0 boost, and also Purse. It would have been tough, let's say it that way, especially because Demigod and Abomination had both full health. The good news for you is that Abomination doesn't have Beast, so getting boost is really hard on Demigod. Like, it's basically impossible for Demigod to get another unit out. So you'd know all the variables every turn, but just having to deal with this monster of a unit with both with horror and spew and tentacle would be rough. Let's say that way, even with 6 cards as fungal dwarves. Maybe if Demigod was lower, but yeah, it would have been interesting if you had survived. Yeah, Abomination would have been surrounded and attacked, but it's hard to do that with 3 moves at the same time as keeping uh, his summoner alive at only 1 or 2 health. It would have been interesting to be sure, but either way, it was a great game by both of you. All right, so the title of this from DQI is ping damage. Um, Interesting. Okay. Oh no, the guy left by deleted user 625. I'm sure they were a good player. Okay, let's see. This is an interesting matchup. I think this is definitely a matchup which I'd say this is like 55% Ava, just because they have such an easy time getting within the auras. But definitely a really cool matchup, which I could easily see being a 50-50 league matchup based off just in my own hands. I feel like I've always done better on the Sky Spear Avian side. Tightest game. uh, Oop. Sorry, 1 second, guys. I got pinged. Okay. Eden just wants me to wait for them to watch the replay, so we'll skip Eden replays until they're in the chat. All right, let's watch this. So the title of this is ping damage. So Ava goes first, wants to get all their units together. Get some nice damage on Justice. Early Albus. Which is nice in this situation, because Justice doesn't go down to 1 and then just instantly die to a the ping damage, which oh, did they not atone Justice? What did they atone? Oh, okay, they wanted to kill the Justice. Okay, nice play by DQI. Or sorry, annul, not atone. Interesting purse. So you think that because they are a faction which likes to play in a more less unit formation, that eventually people will become used to their play style and people will just get better at playing against the filth. I think the only reason I put them as, or one of the reasons I put them as S tier, just because their win rate in tournament play is just absurd currently. But it could also be because no one knows how to play against them. Similar to how Storm Goblins, I think, was a higher win rate than normal. Okay, so the ping is already coming in with a diver. We get a surround and Valeria. But these are all just one damage, so it's all pings, right? I can see the title already of this. And they also have another Sanctity in hand, so we might just get all ping damage this game. Dink, 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 dink. Alright, nice play by DQI. So in this case, Ava being here, if this wasn't birds, this would be not the best play, especially because you don't have any other spots to summon. At least with birds, the mobility is there, where you basically have 3 flyings here if you need to. So you can summon a unit behind the gate, and it can go in front of Ava. So normally a bad place, but here it's oh, are they going for it again? This is hilarious, actually. Yes, they are. Ping, 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 ping. Dink, 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 dink. Why did this guy have to delete their account? This is so fun. I guess with Sky Assault, look, you're not a. They're betting on either they don't have another Sanctity, and they can Sky Assault, or in the future they can Sky Assault. But unlucky for them, there's a Sanctity. Nice play. Ooh, is it gonna happen this round again? I can imagine if this whiffs. Oh, okay. Well, they can still do it. They can still do it. I'm waiting. Oh, there it is. 1. No, they need another unit. Dink a dink a dink. No. I'm decided for. I'm sad for deleted user 55. Why didn't they have another unit? And now you're super scared as Valeria, because if they have a diver and you keep that gate spot open, I'm sure, yeah, it's going to be gated. This is a fun game. All right, has another diver. Now kind of going back for the trading. Yeah, I wonder, Bean, if this is a Titus game. Yeah, Valeria basically can't push up anymore this game, especially with no Sky Assaults being used yet. Gets the 2 out of 2. Also blocking the gate spot. We've been seeing a lot of good gate spot blocks these past few games. Okay, cool formation. I dig it. Interesting, going for the piece. No, sad. Double whiff. And then just quits afterwards. That was a fun game, though. I guess they just thought they were too far ahead. And the sad thing is, if this game had went a turn further, probably Titus would have gone played, and then Bean would have been very happy. And Titus actually looks really good in this position, especially against Avians. I think Titus does really well. Just doesn't allow any type of crazy flight maneuvers. That was a great game. Thanks, DQI. Yep. Great name also. Ping damage. All right. Yeah, I agree, Bean. I think Titus is really good in that matchup. Hopefully this wasn't the game that caused him to quit. I mean, if that was a game to cause him to quit, then they would have. If that wasn't the game that would have caused him to quit, multiple other ones would have caused him to quit. Especially, ooh, okay, this is a sick game. All right, so this is known to be one of the worst Phoenix Elves matchups against one of the best Storm Goblins player, Shoots, and Bean is the Phoenix Elves. Bean, please show me why Phoenix Elves are not D tier. I'm an avid Phoenix Elves hater, but we'll see. All right, chooses to get both witches. There's an argument in this matchup, especially just to keep witches at undamaged, because you know that Phoenix Elves are gonna do a bit of damage to you. But I like this play also. Oh, especially with those rolls, yeah, this is a great play. Yep, I'm the world's biggest Phoenix Elf hater. True. Yeah, Bean's doing the proper thing. Maldari, I think in this matchup needs to stay in the back 2 rows until until they are in a position which they can push up, which I think is hard. Do you push it or do you keep it? Yeah, yeah, push it. Ooh, at least you drew the Gates Bean. That's clutch in this matchup. Oh, I guess a 2 out of 2. Nice. Just nice trading by both players currently. Oh, was the Guardian at 3? Okay. I thought I didn't see that they used Circuit already or Chain Lightning. Okay, interesting gate. Well, what was your idea behind this gate being on this side? This seems like a very forward-thinking gate. This gate makes sense though. Okay, we get a recharge turn. Do we get an overcharge also to get the witch? Ooh, a cool play which you can actually do here is you can attack the witch. Ooh, even better. Nice. That's even nicer play than I was thinking. Sick play by Shoots using the Guardian's aura to get extra damage on the witch. That way, recharge will bring the witch back. You always uh, look for those opportunities as a storm storm goblins. I was gonna say storm elves. Maybe eventually we'll have a storm elves. I should get back on the storm goblin grind. They're such a fun faction. I don't think they're competitively viable with the current meta, but they still are just very fun. It's not even the meta, it's more just there's too many Tundra Orcs lovers. Like, people stop picking Tundra Orcs so I can pick Storm Goblins. Such a painful matchup. Oh, interesting. Yeah, yeah. So you didn't force the witch, so that couldn't happen. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. The turn before, you didn't put the extra damage on it, and you kind of forced them to take a move in that case, so that for the recharge to work. Okay, this is sad. They get their Kite Rider magic denial, but at least you have Oh, they did. What? So what actually happens in that situation? Did they deny their magic there? Because you didn't get that magic. Yeah, so they can choose to get the lightning proc before. Interesting. Okay. I didn't know how that interaction worked. I guess you can choose which one happens first. So the lightning proc killed. Um, this is a little bit of a big 3 out of 3. Oh, whiffs. But like a Meldaria up, but Meldaria up at most you're taking 2 damage here, with these 2 gates protecting Meldaria. It's a nice play by Bean. Do they deny it? I'm assuming they do. deny the magic. Oh, they don't. Interesting. I guess they don't want damage on Thrak. I think there's a difference between me and Shoots' playstyle. Not that one is right or wrong, but I would have just denied it, taking the damage as Thrak. I think I value my, sometimes to my detriment, I value my summoner's health less than other players. But I guess, yeah, Shoots is going for the longer game. Ooh, we got a Fire Drake. This is sick bean. Fire Drake seems actually really good in this matchup. Storm Goblins hate high health units. Do you get the two? Oh, only one. But Storm Goblins hate high health champions. Because just high health in general is not good for them. And Fire Drake's just ability intrinsically, because they can attack through gates. You can do some really cool stuff. All right, so Shoots is trying to go really big here. Okay, interesting. They're trying to get two things. They're trying to get damage on Fire Drake as well as a big hit on Maldaria. Interesting. I'm curious if this is a little bit too, if Shoots would think that this play right here is a little bit too greedy by him. Like trying to also get the dice on Maldaria versus just getting the Fire Drake down in retrospect. I guess they think that they're way ahead. Might as well just start threading Maldaria. But in this position, they give you a super cool turn where you can basically get a free reposition with Fire Drake. Yeah, Fire Drake seems amazing in this matchup. Maybe that's the key to victory. Especially if you can have some like cool gate formation to keep Fire Drake at high health. Interesting single move, right? Couldn't they have blocked the gate spot there? What was the reason for that? Strider could have been up here, right? Because also this gives Drake a nice double attack here. Or maybe I missaw the turn. But I think Strider could be a space forward and it'd just be better in every way. Maybe it was afraid of getting... No, I don't know. Alright, we get a Beast. Ooh, that also works with Breath, right? Yeah, because it's Fire Breath. Interesting. I like the push-up bean. Yeah, Fire Drake's doing a lot of work here. This is a really cool replay. Do you put the Arch or the Fire Drake? I think you put the Arch. Okay, I can see both. Oh, and you get the Divine Retribution. Nice, nice. Nice play. This is one of my favorite plays as Storm Goblins. The push forward and then go to your back row. Ooh, takes the 2 damage. Discharges the Archer. And then grounded to go back. Was that worth it? Maybe. I think so. I can see the logic by Shoots. You're either taking 1 inactivity damage, or you can get Fire Drake to have to play more safe. All right, Izik play. Bean's also been doing a great job using the units he has to get the maximum value out of them. He's had less than 10 cards in his deck for a while. Nice play. Yeah, this is the one problem with the Storm Goblins is that you always damage your own summoners. If they wanted to, wink wink buff Storm Goblins, you could 2 buffs. Your champions are all immune to Circuit, and or Kite Riders don't hurt themselves. Kite Riders hurting themselves is the most troll thing ever. But I guess it kind of makes sense for a Goblin faction. a little bit of craziness, kind of like Eater, kills itself. Um, you need a little bit of goofiness, and I think it just adds to the flavor of Ooh, gets the hit on Izik. Okay, that feels bad. Basically, just uses 4 magic for a reposition. But nice play by Bean. This Fire Drake's also been alive for forever. It's been like at least 5 turns. The thing is that this is still kind of scary for Phoenix Elves, where there is still one more overcharge. So that's 2 guaranteed damage. So all they need is either a Witch attack or uh, 2 Vault Swapper attacks, and the game's lost. Yeah, so here, if this whiffed, and even if it didn't whiff, now this is kind of a hard position with this gate surrounded to have it, but if the Witch survived, there was a shot here at a Maldaria with the right hand by Shoots. Or did they already use both recharges? I don't think so. Oh no! Why does it hurt itself? Why? Well, this is crazy how close this game is. Just like a completely losing matchup usually for Phoenix Elves. Yeah, Fire Drake seems like the key in this matchup. Just so much value off that one unit. And you can see just how this game is still like super close, even with Fire Drake doing this much work. Nice play. Now you're just praying for no. It must be last. Maybe it's last unit overcharge. Oh no, this is the worst. You literally hurt yourself. What a crazy game. What a crazy game. Well played. Well played. And now Thrak goes in for the YOLO, even though he knows he dies to. Nice by Shoots to give you the opportunity to ping with Archer for the win. Oh, the grounded. Interesting. How do you deal with this though? Yeah, this is just you just lose. Their last card was grounded. I guess they used overcharge. I must have missed it when they used their second overcharge. But yeah, Fire Drake definitely MVP that game. GG's. Thanks for the replay. Very fun game. All the replays today have been uh, really, really good. All right, Eden, we're not doing because he's not here. Jexic Perseverance. Yeah, last card grounded is pretty funny. Uh, yeah, it is a pretty. Yeah, Storm Goblins are one of those factions where um, you do have to. You play a different game, let's say it that way. You have to play the Storm Goblins game. So, this game is titled Perseverance by Jexic. All right, I'm excited to see a game called Perseverance. All right, this doesn't look like deck building, but let's see. So, interesting. We get Meow or Mevers viewpoint on this. So, Cave Goblins versus Wayfarers. I think this is in general a bad matchup for Wayfarers, I think. I've heard. Let's see though. Let's see how it goes. Oop. Gotta press play. Alright, trying to snipe the Slinger makes a lot of sense. Kind of leaving... no, because the Voyagers, I was going to say that leaving a gate spot open, but at the same time, most likely Jexic is going to try to clear the board rather than do anything there. Alright, clears the board. I think they're probably going to swap Sneaks in or not. Okay, just does Unrelenting instead. That's a better play. Yeah, remember it takes the damage. That kind of makes sense. Based off the hand they're doing, they just want to feed free units. But always scary against Cave Goblins because they could just surround both your gates. Ooh, the whiff, but Sneaks can come in. Alright, alright. This looks very scary as Wayfarers. Okay, they're just going all in on Sneaks. I respect it. Get Sneaks out of here. Alright, did they get the last three? Oh, I see. That's a cool play. It uses the Embark for 1 extra dice on Celeste because it's in the opponent's side of the board. I think I would have... The one difference I would have made here is I think I would have prioritized the gate spot versus the waypoint. But I guess they're afraid of some crazy waypoint slip by coordinate turn to go on Sneaks. So that makes sense. Alright, so Celeste... Ooh, they have Enrage. Okay. Able to clear the board as well as... Yeah, this is a nuts game. Both players are... And another Unrelenting. Kind of putting a chokehold on the Wayfarers. Hey, Eden. Alright, we can watch your replays now, Eden, after this game. Alright, do they get it? No, they whiff. My god. Alright, how do you deal with this? Okay. Guess the 2. Persistence was the name of this. Ooh, whiffs on the gate. Big whiffs. This looks doomed. Alright, gets the gate. Oh no, Jexic. They have it. Oh no, Jexic, you left yourself in this position. No. 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 That's a funny finish. Jexic probably forgot about slip by coordinate there. Because this looks completely doomed, even without the kill on the gate. Damn, that's a funny... That's a great game, Jexic. Thanks for sharing it. It's also super cool that this week we've had a bunch of replays where the person who submits it loses the game. I think that's the third one today. So super cool to see. Yeah, Celeste biding her time in the corner. Waiting. So I'm curious How long did they have the slip by, I guess would be the other thing. Did they just draw it? Yeah, it looks like they just drew it the turn. Yeah. But still, very cool. Thanks for the replay. So we'll do one more replay while we wait for Eden to get their coffee. Bookish, will the cheese fail? Oh, we already did a bookish replay. We'll do another bookish replay um, once we're done with going through everyone at least once. So now we have Tortugatron, Leg Go on my Smeggo. It's a Cave Goblin game. Leg Go on my Smeggo. Oh, this is an interesting matchup. Is this Fungal Doors favored? Or is this because I know this was like the OG bad matchup for Cave Goblins before Crimson Order really blew that apart. But I think maybe it was worse when Kaldak had 13 health, probably. Anyways, let's see. So G-Man is the... I always find that G-Man loves Fungal Doors hilarious because G-Man's such an aggressive player, and I never think that Fungal Doors is an aggressive faction, but they always seem to love this faction. Alright, Cave Goblins go first. Able to get some nice pressure on the beast. We get a Stim Shroom. Oh, interesting. Such a G-Man play, but a nice play, basically. I think G-Man's like me, where he doesn't prioritize my summoner's health as much as other players do. Basically blocking this gate. That said, it makes sense based off the fact that G-Man didn't have any other gates in his hand. But still a pretty cool play. Does Tortugatron go for the... Nice play by Tortugatron. Cave Goblins are such a cool faction. Ooh, the whiffs on the beast. Still able to get some nice pressure. Kills their own gate, makes a lot of sense. And is able to get some ping damage on Kaldak. Really nice play by both players. Interesting, another Enrage the Horde. Get some really nice pressure on Kaldak here. Okay, and here you're really scared. That said, the nice thing is you do have two beasts at 1 health. He wasn't able to kill any of the beasts. Or Tortugatron wasn't able to kill any of the beasts. And there is a lot of low health units here. Oh, G-Man does the play. That's a the play for a boost on his beast so his beasts don't both die. Cool play. Potentially would die next turn if Tortugatron had that double move event, double force event of the Cave Goblins. So we have Blarf. A Blarf siding. Blarf's so good. The good thing for Tortugatron is that the Horde is pretty spread out, so no one's getting any boost from Bloom. Actually, I'm curious about the carrier play. Did G-Man think that the carrier would turn into a beast? Was that the reason why? Whatever. I won't think about it too hard. All right, Blarf. Poor Blarf is already getting a lot of damage on it. And with spores and without Tortugatron with any other forward gates, Fungal Dwarves is actually in a pretty. They kind of solidify their position here, especially if they're able to get some beasts out. Yeah, I think I think you're right. Uh, Beast or sorry Bean. Um, that it was to give the boost to the two beasts so they don't die at the end of the turn. But this is a pretty crazy game. If G-Man's able to get any beasts, I guess what Tortugatron is banking on also is that G-Man only has one magic. So they would need to somehow get three boost on this carrier, which is a little bit hard. Especially with no boost really on the board that Shaman can move around. But G-Man's able to get the forward gate spot. Able to get Blarf. Nice positioning. This is a pretty the fact that Fungal Doors are able to keep this competitive. Oh, only one carrier? Sad. Was there a way for them to die there, though? I don't think so. Maybe some crazy. I mean, I guess it's to be safe, but there's an argument for Kaldak not needing a carrier in front. I guess you're gonna get double slinger attacked. Huh. Ooh, that's a big whiff. Never mind. Another enrage. It's a nice game by Tortugatron, really making sure the Horde can't get rolling. I wonder if the play for G-Men here is to discard more heavily, trying to search for those beasts, because I think they still have... Yeah, they still have 3 beasts in their deck. Because if they had some beasts earlier, with some magic from discarding, it could be that this game would be easier for them. But they're at least able to keep a... oh, nice play. They're at least able to keep a carrier turning into beast and also protect the beast where this beast is unlikely to die without a sneaks attack. Gets the 2 out of 2. Got the carrier. There's an argument for the carrier being behind Kaldak for that reason. But then also Kaldak kind of gets stuck in this corner, so it gets a little awkward. So I can understand the carrier being there. Probably not expecting the slinger to get 2 out of 2. Okay. Now they have 2 beasts. This is when it starts getting really scary. Good news for Tortugatron is that Kaldak's at 2 health, so they always have to be afraid of a slinger attack. But I'm not sure how many slingers are left, to be honest. It seems like at least like 2 or 3 of the slingers have already been summoned. Starting to look scary. Starting to look really scary. Cave Goblins is one of those factions I wonder if they would have more tools if they were released later. Like if they weren't part of the first round of releases. Because they have some really cool tools, but it feels like something's missing. Even though I think nothing should be changed about them currently. But I feel like if they were released today, they would have like one more tool. Or maybe a change of tools. A Thune game? Oh, this is exciting. Always happy to see some Thune. G-Man is back. Yep, yep. G-Man's such a fun player to watch and play against. You always know they're going to be doing the aggro. Nice play to get a more boost. Crucially, they leave this open. So maybe this is how they get back in it. Okay. And they used already both release the spores, but at least they have the gate here to reinforce the spot. Huh. How do you get out of this, Tortugatron? How do you get out of this? Oh, these gates are hilarious. I've only seen this gate really with like Vanguards and Fallen Kingdoms, this gate positioning. Interesting. Trying to guarantee. As well as get an extra boost on Thune, I guess. This Thune is hitting hard. 6 damage Thune. Any game you see Thune is always a good game. Hmm. Alright, nice unrelenting turn. You dream of one day summoning Thunian. Yep, yep. Ooh, the whiff. Sadly, you can't infect though, so it's not too big of a deal. You can't infect units with unrelenting, because it technically doesn't count as the unit dying. Oh, is this gonna be a smeg kill? Oh my god. Going all in for it. Let's go. Oh. And then the smeg 2 for 2. Oh, what a play! Nice game, Tortugatron. That was a fun game. Yeah, it felt like if you... Yeah, if you didn't hit that, you were probably dead next turn. But I think you were just in a game position where you kind of had to go for that play. Yeah, because you'd have gone surrounded and then just triple attacked. But what a great game. Yeah. Great ending, I agree. Hey, Jono Longhorn. All right, Eden, are you in chat? Should we watch one of your replays? Or should we go on to Crimson Sun? Ugh. I'll give Eden a second while I eat my pasta. Oh, what's up, Eden?
Cheers.
Hello. Say something? Oh, you should be good, yeah. All right, Eden. Ooh, what are you playing in the background? What's the song? Hello?
It's your song. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. It's my song.
Oh, hello.
Hello. Can you not hear me? Let's see Discord. It
Can you
says
hear me
that.
now?
I can hear you, yep.
Yeah, it's your song.
My song?
It's the song. It's the song that keeps going through my head whenever I hear your name. Hang on. Right, I had you in 2 channels there. What is up? How are you doing, Cherez?
Doing well. Happy it's
No, I can only hang on. Wait, hang on. I know what I've done. I know what I've done. Hang on. Say something now.
hello, hello.
Yeah, there you are. It's because when I'm doing sound checks, I mute people on Discord.
Oh, I see. You got me muted on Discord.
Yeah.
That's funny. Doing well. Just happy to be getting back into Summoner Wars. How are you doing?
When your head is swimming and you can't see straight.
You have a bad headache?
Like, I would say more of a wobbly migraine. You know?
I'm sorry. Too much
And
sun?
I suspect it's because I have some new glasses, which might not be a good fit.
You think that the prescription's wrong?
I don't know what it is. They just sort of feel funny and dizzy.
Nolan says sound check is big tree or tree big. Tree big.
Kowloon. Thank you, Kowloon. Do the little game, not our game. Do the turn 10 one. I just want to see that.
What? Did you put one of our games on here, Eden?
I didn't say that.
All right, we'll do the turn 10 game.
Listen, look, I'm going to spoil it for you, okay?
Yep.
This isn't a very good game. I don't play very well, but turn 10 is awesome. You should skip to turn 10. Unless, I don't know, maybe you want to watch it because only turn 10 turns.
No, 10 turns. We'll just watch it. It's you versus Trial by Fire. This is seems like a fun matchup. This is the league matchup. Was this actually your league game?
Yeah, I think it was, yeah.
Cool.
I don't remember it at all, so I'm very interested.
I need to learn the ways. Anyways, I haven't started. Well, I have started my game versus Prophet, but I need to learn how you guys both approach this.
Right.
All right.
Tugatron. Sometimes Massimo forces me, doesn't he? I have no choice.
This is a weird looking tree Eden is playing. All right. I like it. Trying to kill the Vine-mancer. Oh, the whiff. Tragic.
What happened? Oh, I'm behind you. I'm watching your stream. Let me watch your.
Oh, Discord.
Let me
Yeah.
watch what you're watching.
Hey, I got you.
Oh.
They're able to kill. Okay, this is not looking good for you, Eden. At least you have a gate position. You can hit Mug if you want to. Oh, nice play by Trial by Fire. This is a nice surround on the gate.
Okay,
how did you get out of this position, Eden?
Well, I'm starting to remember I'm remembering what happened. It was awesome. It was very good.
4 malignant cultists. Oh my god.
Let me look. Honestly, yeah. I mean, I wasn't really. The hand was crazy. I didn't get a mutant until like card 16 or something.
Damn.
And I was just sort of giving up. I was just sort of like. I spawned all those malignant cultists just to show the other guy, look, there's nothing in my hand. Don't hurt me.
Don't hurt me.
I have nothing. I had 1 tentacle mutant.
Please don't attack any of my units. My hand is bad. That's a good strategy, Eden. I need to try that one.
Look, rolling a 1. Oh, it doesn't matter anyway. It's just one of those horrible games. When you just sort of despair and give up entirely.
Yep. Yep, your gate's dead. Your life is ruined. At this point,
I just wanted this game to end. Spoiler, I did make it end.
Was that perfect rolls by them? I think so. Eden, I'm gonna blame this on you, even though that turn was not your fault. I'm gonna still blame it on you.
Yeah, I'm a bit confused because I keep looking at the Twitch stream and then I'm going behind you again. Now, I think you're still able to see there are still no mutants on the board.
Yep. Well, there's only been a tentacle.
Yeah.
So this is a good strategy. When you're losing, just go all in on the summoner. Agreed.
Yeah.
Maybe there's a tree behind the mask of Dama. It's true. It was the same release as Big Tree, so just behind Dama's mask is just a giant tree, just a branch.
Maybe that's it. Yeah.
It's crazy you're still in this game, Eden. It just shows you how strong Filth are.
Or how strong I am.
True. I mean, Muglug is at 7, and they have no. They don't have any regens, so.
Yeah, I mean, I'm watching this again and I'm thinking, what is Muglug doing? Get out of there. This is dangerous.
Dangerous place.
Eventually I will get a card in my hand. What turn is it now? Oh, we don't know, do we?
We don't know.
There's no way of knowing.
No way of knowing. Is this the prophesized turn?
No, this isn't it. You'll know.
I'll know when the turn happens.
It's a very long turn and there's a lot of summoning.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. All right.
Seriously, though, they let me win this with Muglug right in the...
Hey, no spoiling. No spoiling, Eden.
Oh, sorry.
You spoiled the last 2 games, Eden. All right, we got Muglug retreating.
Okay, here we go. So Muglug thinks Muglug is safe, right?
The 2 gates.
Look at this. I'm safe.
Yep.
I'm perfectly safe. There's a gate and a thing in front of me, a witch.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing could possibly happen.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Alright, here we go.
We get the bursting.
What's that? A bursting, right? Okay.
Ooh, a zeal. A
Winged.
wind. Alright, damage to the gates, damage to the witch.
I'm gonna put this game on my gravestone. Winged goes there.
Another bursting.
Another bursting. Bring out the bursting twice.
Oh.
2 bursts.
2 bursts.
Movement. Winged goes up.
Winged goes up.
Bursting pops. Does bursting pop yet?
The bursting has not popped. Oh, now it pops. Yep. Okay. Kill the witch. Kill the gate, potentially.
Kill it, yeah. There we go.
All right. You get the 1 magic.
Demigod comes up.
Demigod comes up. Ooh, you get the tentacle mutant back. Another volatile.
Peace. There we go. Horror destroys the vine gate.
Ban the filth. This is the new BS.
Muglug thought that Muglug was safe.
Double. No, that was a sick turn. Jokes aside, that was a really cool turn. Double bursting, double volatile, assassination.
It's really long. If you look at the game log, it's such a long turn. I spent about 20 minutes planning that.
Did you almost by accident destroy your malignant? Was because you can.
I mean,
no, probably not. There's no reason to. You had double furted. That was a cool turn. That was a super cool turn.
Yes,
up there with there in my chat. What's their name? Oh, Chibata. Up there with Chibata's crazy turn. Very
Which one
cool.
was that?
The one during the tournament they had they went completely around the board to assassinate the Crimson Order.
Oh, it's ringing a bell. I think I've seen it.
That was a really cool turn. Doubles. Anytime there's double spew for the win, I'm happy. Double spew. Double volatile.
Can we have one more pun from Tortugatron, please?
More fun, more. It was the best of times, it was the burst of times. Yeah, bursting is OP. I've been saying that the entire time, Nolan. Bursting is just broken. All right, we can only watch one game per viewer, or one game
That's
per
fine.
person.
That's fine. I need to go and like lie down for a bit, I think.
Are you okay?
I need to go and I need to check that spreadsheet because there's gonna be an error in there somewhere.
Is this the game which I think it is?
Which one are you opening?
Your other replay.
Oh,
Other replay
you know
to
what
see.
it is.
I know what it is. My God.
I kind of really just want to see your hand.
They're at it. Oh, we can go quickly through this, sure.
If you want.
I mean, it matters how your head's doing. We can do it.
Oh, I'm okay. This is normal for me. Well, it's not, but it's fine. I'm fine.
You're fine.
I'm fine.
All right, all right, all right. Look at this beautiful hand I start with. Look, I told you it was various. I had a nice color balance
I
here.
remember you said it was very colourful. Yeah.
Very colorful.
And then I was surprised you brought Gate out because I don't think Gates are as colourful as potions.
I mean, they're kind of blue, right?
I thought you were
Gates.
just at that point. I thought you were just messing with me. Right.
That's a good idea. Next time I'll start making up. Eden will preserve for attention. Tree OP. That's all I know. Tree OP.
Trio P. Yeah, I know. And we've got Water D in the tree chat, just rinsing it. Like he comes in with these absolutist takes. Like I don't know. I've not even been paying attention, but he just depresses me. He says things like, "Crimson Order are impossible to beat if you're Chosen Grove," which is not true, but it's just depressing hearing him say that stuff.
I mean, I kind of like it. He's trying to make sure you never play Tree again, which I agree with. Tree bad.
Water D is never wrong. Water D told me himself. That is good. That's very Water D. The thing is, even though he's very sort of firm with his opinions, his guides are very like well-rounded. I think. I always thought they were very good.
Mm. Yeah, no, Wardy has amazing guides.
Someone got uprooted.
Yeah.
What'd you do that for?
I know, right? You should have left that frog in peace. See, I should have done what you did and just begged for mercy this game. I hope you don't use uproot on my stuff.
Just spew your card on the board and just...
Exactly. Don't hurt any of them.
Don't hurt me, please.
I'm proud of this one. Look at this gate. What a beautiful gate. gotta block the tree.
You know how uproot works, right?
You already used an uproot. There's no chance you have another uproot, Eden. What are you talking about? In your first 5 cards, or first 10 cards, you have 2 uproots? No chance, right?
It's statistically impossible.
I know, right? No, Aaron, I haven't gone to your game yet.
Oh, there it is.
It's the Groaks versus the Oaks, I agree. That's a... What? How... You must have cheated or something, Eden. What is this? What is this? Damn.
I'm always reluctant to spend both my uproots because now I'm empty.
Yep.
And you know it.
That I did. This was a fun game, though, I must admit. Gotta do some cool froggy stuff. I love. I agree with Vexer that just buy as a card. Swift Potion is just the most broken thing in the game. But because frogs are like very mediocre currently, it doesn't really feel like it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that card is so busted, but so fun to play with.
That's kind of how I feel about the game. Like, it doesn't matter if an individual card is busted. What matters is if the faction is busted. Because that's only for deck builders, all that stuff.
True, yeah. Good point.
Which I haven't explored yet. But I quite like the idea of a faction having cards that are like kooky and maybe not optimal, but like situational. You know?
Mm. Yeah, Blood Summon is. Yeah, I agree. Blood Summon is probably the most busted card, but Swift Potion is pretty close by.
I mean, Blood Summon is busted because it doesn't say what's on the card. It so annoys me. It feels like it's a bug that was just left in.
Yeah,
It's so beginner unfriendly, you know?
I agree because it's one of those interactions beginners will not know.
Yeah. Oh,
Read the rules, Eden.
I have read the rules, and it's not in those rules. It's in like the deep FAQ or something. You need like to have Colby's phone number to actually understand that.
I still stand by this plan of just surrounding Nimid with a bunch of gates.
Well, it works now. Well, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of what I want. I don't know. I felt this pressure was difficult at the time.
All the rules. I'm pretty sure Colby doesn't know all the rules. True. It's always funny
Yeah.
watching Colby streams. I wish he would stream more. He used to do
I wish I
lunchtime
would stream more.
summoner. Like when I joined, he had done it for a few times. It's like lunchtime. He'd eat lunch and play a bunch of live games. It was
Yeah,
fun.
he was saying on the podcast that it's like he doesn't see the business case for it anymore.
It's not about the business, about the fun. The fun.
Yeah, I don't think Colby sees this game the way we do.
Mm-mm-mm. I mean, he does a great job making decks, so can't complain.
Yeah, but what's really strange is how uncompetitive like he takes it. You know.
Mm-mm-mm. The rules are for losers.
Yeah, like if you look at that guy who makes Gloomhaven, he's like super competitive. But Isaac, what's his name? Isaacs.
Mm.
Whereas Colby's like super relaxed, and we're all really competitive, and it's like a kind of mismatch, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not a mismatch, not like it's a problem, but it's just interesting.
You headhunters kept beating him, so he stopped having fun. Is he deleted
I
account
let him beat me.
555?
I deliberately let him beat me.
You're trying to make him feel good.
Yeah.
I mean, I've never imagine like making a game and then realizing that you are. I mean, I guess that's most game creators, right? You realize that your community is just way better at the game than you are. Like the people who made StarCraft, or the people like basically every game, right? You're
Yeah. Yeah, I bet there's people who've made StarCraft. Never imagined what it would become.
Yep.
Oh, you let Seasons take on Hecatea.
I mean, I was curious, who wins a tree or a frog?
Well, I don't know if you know this, but there are 2 trees on the board.
True. See, it's unfair. I needed. Well, there's 2 frogs also, technically.
One's a little frog.
What is seasons? Is it a big tree or is it a medium tree or a small tree?
I think Seasons is like an in-between tree. I think they start off as saplings and then they become Seasons and then they become Nimid.
This is you should have asked this to Joe and Colby when Aaron and Jexic had them on. This is a good lore
No, I
question.
kind of don't want to because they'll say something and then they'll be like, no. You know, they'll say like the tree is like as big as 2 houses and we're like, no. You've missed the point. Oh, you've just allowed Seasons again. No, you haven't. Okay, fine.
Yeah, no.
Oh man, I thought you were just letting me win.
No,
I don't remember
no.
this game at all. I think I'm too tired. Yes, Isaac Childress.
I think my what? Yeah. Next time if I were to play this matchup, I'll just probably play two sages in the back and just shoot a bunch.
I
That's
was
definitely
prepared
the
for
right
that.
way.
I have a game plan for that.
You have a game plan for double? Okay, I'll have to see it next time we play. Double
I've
sage.
already shared it with Shoots.
Shoots the game plan for
That's
double
why
sage.
Shoots uses Adric a bit more now.
Oh, I see. I see. Yeah, Adric is really good in that matchup, I guess. So I need to trick you
Yeah,
first. That's
he's
what I have to do. Pretend I'm not going for that strategy, and then end on that.
that is the thing. That's exactly, yeah. Because there was a point in the middle of this where you brought out a boosted Seer, I think,
Mm.
and I was like, oh no, I've deleted all my stags and all my Adric.
Mm. Yeah, Adric is. That's a great point. Adric is really good in that position.
Because he only allows them 2 hits, and then the third one they die, and on the third one they lose all their boosts if you don't have that champion out. So that
Sure,
means
sure.
you can't use Seers 3 times with Adric out, which means they are useless. Not useless.
All right. I stick by this game plan. Just when everything else fails, just shoot big tree. Shoot the tree.
A lot of the time, that's what I want you to do.
Shoot the tree.
Adric is not Garbo. Adric saved me some games. Not many, but he has.
As the resident tree expert, Eden, what is the worst matchup for tree?
What, out of the two of us? The worst matchup for Tree is, I don't know, I've probably played about 40 games, so I probably haven't played everyone. I don't know, 50 games maybe. It's probably, I think the one I was closest to losing was against Muglug, although I did win those games, but those were very lucky.
Yeah, Muglug seems like it would
I
be
don't know, I
hard.
find Crimson Order incredibly hard.
Chop the tree. Yeah, Crimson Order is probably also tough.
You know, when they're well played, it's just the range and everything. The range and the swarm. You've got so much you need to cut through. Ah, see, that is beautiful. That spring. Aaron's saying he played Fungal Dwarves against. Corby. God, I'm so tired. Chairs, are you there? I think your microphone died.
Oh, sorry. It's better now?
Yeah, there you are.
Sorry, I was just saying a bunch of stuff to the void. I was saying sometimes I wonder whether just sometimes I think it's matchup dependent, and sometimes it's just player dependent, right? Like sometimes people are convinced that a faction's broken, and it's just that that faction is just really good against their
Yeah.
playstyle. I think Crimson Order,
Yeah.
especially against aggro players, is usually more oppressive.
Yeah. When I first had Chosen Grove in the ranked games, you know, when you're just sort of climbing your way up, I was winning every game, and I felt like I was really worried they're just OP, you know. I think a faction becomes OP when you only play that faction and
Agreed.
nothing else, and you try really hard.
Every time.
I think people are not expecting that. People do not. People don't anticipate that. I think people are a bit more relaxed than I usually am.
I mean, I think we kind of see that these days with Dark and Thorny and Eerie with Fallen Kingdoms, and then you and Shoots with Trees. You know, these factions which people don't take too seriously. If people play a lot of it, become scary. especially if they have a lot of tools like Fallen Kingdom does. Um,
Yeah, yeah, I love it. I love to see that. Like people like getting really pro, just like focusing on one faction. Who is it that does that? So Handsome does that.
yeah, Sir Hansen does that. Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah, I like that.
All right, are you sticking around, or you want to watch this Crimson Sun game? Valiant defeat.
I don't know. I'm in that state. You know when you're really tired and you should go,
Uh huh. You don't.
but you just kind of just hang around forever. I should go. I need to get something to eat.
That sounds good, dude. Get some rest. Feel better.
Yeah. I need to find someone who's gonna like have a quick look at my spreadsheet, make sure there's nothing stupidly wrong on it.
Okay.
Anyway, good chatting. Bye bye. Have a good time.
Bye bye. See you,
Bye
Eden.
bye.
See, it was a great name. Just two best friends having a lovely game of Summoner Wars. Yep. Eat some cottage pie and get some rest. True. Yeah, Dark and Thormy, scary player. Um, Dark and Thami? I need to ask him to submit replays. It'd be fun to see some of his. I know he's done in Discord. Maybe I put those in the spreadsheet next time. See everyone's fun replays. All right, so this one's Valiant defeat by Crimson Sun. Let's watch. And meanwhile, let me put some more tea on the stove. Eden has inspired me. I'm kidding. Alrighty. Interesting. Cool. Oh, is this? Hopefully this replay is not broken. Ooh, this is a custom deck. Okay, I'm excited for this. I haven't watched any of the custom decks. I know that Jexic has been streaming them, but me personally, I haven't watched too many. Hopefully it's not broken. Cottage pie and beans. All right. Once this loads, we'll probably go through everyone once, and then call it a day. And then tomorrow, whenever before or after Jexic streams, we can finish the rest. Okay, cool. At least it's not broken. So this is Massimo, and let's check out the deck. Is this the crazy filth deck everyone is complaining about? Because filth can get blood summoned, which is nuts. And then Crimson Sun is playing a Fungal Dwarves deck, with a bunch of boosts. Okay. And Lucian. Okay, that's exciting. Lucian seems so good in this matchup. Or not in this matchup, but just in general. But yeah, this deck I think is really good apparently because it's so versatile. This one also, yeah. My head would explode if I played this. Alrighty. Let's see it. So we basically get attack, to not take any damage, and then just build up the boost with the beast attack and the carrier. Okay, yeah, I guess the. Wait, could you have ordered that differently? Yeah, and then you'd been able to get a boost on the shaman. Not that it really matters too much. Oh no, because the Vimancer wouldn't have had a boost initially. Okay, I'm wrong. Black Saber seems such a cool card. So you can spend 2 magic to take control of it. But it's 1 magic. That's a very cool card. Just it was probably a card they were thinking about, but just didn't know which faction to add it to. but it also thematically kind of makes sense for a custom deck. Get rid of the Black Saber. And then the Whiff. Whiffs are always sad against Filth, similar to Shadow Elves. Okay. Massimo's trying to make a corridor. Interesting putting the gate here versus here. Volatile into Spew. Makes sense. I think one of the most interesting parts about deck building is how many copies, because you don't need to have 4 copies of your commons. You can choose to put one or more. So seeing how many copies someone puts in it reminds me a lot of, I guess, Magic in that way, of just the number of copies being important for the strategy of a deck. I wish there was like sideboarding though. I feel like sideboarding would be super cool in deck building. Like if it was like best of 3 finals, include a sideboard or something. Like maybe not for the qualifiers, but for the semifinals and finals, you just have a. I would love like a Tortugatron open bracket Plat Hat tournament. Also, speaking of which, I'm super excited for Turtle Surprise coming soon. Great tournament. Highly recommend everyone joins. Alright, getting a nice formation by Crimson Sun. Getting lots of boosts and everything. Vimancer seems really good. There's so much cool stuff you can do here. Denies the magic. Believes Demigod open for a potential attack. But probably knows that you can't in this position. Do more than a few damage. Ooh, but you get the 3 out of 3. Nice. Nice. Get the beast with the sage refill. We gotta call forth to Tentacle Mutant, Bursting Mutant. Gate, potentially trying to shift the. A good tip for newer players is if you feel like you're losing on one side of the board, it's always and your opponent, especially fungal dwarves, which have like a swarm of units. Remember, your opponent only has 3 moves per turn. So one way of sort of shifting the focus or the direction of a battle against a hoarding faction like fungal dwarves is to shift the battlefield to the other side of the board. That way, because each faction, or because of Summoner Wars rules, you only have 3 moves at once. You can kind of even out the number of attacks you're getting, and also prevent some units from attacking your units, or potentially preventing beasts or other dangerous units from attacking your units. Ooh, bursting seems really good in this matchup. But Crimson has a nice formation here. Everything within 2 of Kaldak. Just a dream for any fungal dwarf derivative. Alright, let me get my tea quickly. Ooh, I forgot to pause the game. Sorry, guys. 1 second. Alright. I'm back. Did I miss a cool turn? Okay, it looks like mostly trading. Has a nice forward gate here. I guess for Demigod, these gates are also kind of fine. Just intrinsically with how Mutagist works. Yeah, Demigod seems really strong in deck building. Just Mutagist, Recursion. Um, Seems cool. Oh, a carrier? How? Oh, you can summon any carrier. I didn't even realize that. It shows you how much I know about deck building. I didn't realize you could summon the other carrier also, as long as there's carrier in its name. That's super cool. Ooh, this poor beast is kind of stuck. This beast is gonna take forever to get anywhere. At least 2 turns. I don't know, 3 turns. Massimo's kind of like playing like third row, hold the fort with bursting. Interesting game. Reminds me more of like a base deck game. You know, very strategical, very. And at this state, outside of the Vinemancer, you'd have no clue this is a deck building game. Okay, we got Lucian out. Lucian seems really good in this matchup because you can just one shot. When it gets enough boost, you can just destroy any of the mutants, the high health mutants, which Fungal Doors in general has problems with. But yeah, Crimson Sun trying to get this beast in there. The problem is this beast is going to slowly die. I guess you can just use it as like a boost. Let it just die in the background and hopefully get a nice bloom from it. Hmm. Yeah, it's so cool that you can get carriers also. And Lucian really does seem to fix a lot of Fungal Door's problems. You know, it'd be sick. Lucian and Storm Goblins. Now that would be a sick. Lucian and Storm Goblins would probably be the most broken thing. You would get boosts so quickly. You'd be able to do some disgusting things with that. Too bad you can't. I don't think Lucian can go inside a Storm Goblin's deck, just symbol wise. But that'd be fun. All right, tries to get the. Okay, nice spores. It's interesting also with the undead carriers. You can push up further away from call deck than you normally would be able to um, as Fungal Dwarves. Yeah, Lucian just accumulating those boosts. It's a cool cycle. All right, I guess the Vinemancer. Horror, I think, is a champion, right? No. Horror is not the champion. Is it? Is it a third champion? No, Horror is a common. Okay. Beast is the other champion. Okay. So it's Beast, Incanting, and Abomination. So the 3 magic mutants. Hey Nestle, we watched your game earlier. That was a really cool turn by Dark and Thormy to assassinate you. The Archer game. No worries. No worries. I'll be streaming also more tomorrow because I don't think I'll be able to get through all the games today. Um, but at least I'll try to go through one round of everyone's games today, and then tomorrow we can go through the rest. But so far the games have been amazing. Lots of you and other people have submitted games they've lost in, which was super cool to see. Oh, true. Yeah, you have to always play around Blood Summon Crimson Sun. No, this is a really cool game. I thank you for it. This is like a more tactical, just watching 2 different ways. Lucian is such a cool addition to this deck. And also Vine Mancers are able to do some really cool repositioning. I'm really enjoying this game. But yeah, I guess, do you regret Crimson Sun, this forward gate in front of Kaldak that you can't really push up, or was this just you were super afraid of Blood Summon, so, and in this position it's basically impossible to get Blood Summoned on? Or at least maybe you can get one angle, but double angle is really hard. Okay, Massimo's just trying to kill Lucian. Yeah, I guess the hard part for your faction is you need to sort of balance, especially in deck building. You don't need to deal with this in base deck. Is how do you balance like a crazy blood summon turn versus just playing eco versus this faction, uh, this filth faction which has a lot of recursion, um, and also because you're not pushing up, a lot of your units are dying without you able to use the bloom ability from Kaldak. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, no, it's just it's really cool to see. So you'd have just stayed in the back and basically just chipped at things and just farmed boost because you feel like you're feeding him too much magic here, and Demigod is not really in any danger, um, unless I can't really see your hand, uh, unless you I guess because you have Blood Summon also. But Demigod in this position is pretty safe. That sucks, Crimson Sun. That sucks. But yeah, it's hard to deal with this because basically in this position, um, Massimo as the filth, just due to Demigog's abilities, basically getting like infinite boost and a lot of magic from killing your carriers, and just able to uh, get all their units back, all their mutants back. Oh, interesting, a brute. One copy. I think Massimo has one copy of brute, right? Or two copies of brute. Interesting. Interesting. Okay, this is kind of a dangerous position for the tentacle because it can, unless Kaldak moves, it's gonna keep getting damage from the tentacle. Especially if Lucian dies this turn, which most likely it will. Damn, that's tragic. Yeah, and then now Massimo can slowly push in. Oh, they do have Abomination, also interesting. This is just kind of a shit position. Like, imagine if you have to put it, you basically have to go ranged here. A brute and a horror. Stuck between a brute and a horror. Should be a horror book. Sounds like a horror movie. Stuck between a brute and a horror. A brute and a mutant? Okay. Making some groundwork. I guess the hard part here is you only have two cards left. Um, and it's hard to move out without getting Blood Summon on. But Massimo seems to have discarded his Blood Summon. I think he only had one copy. Oh, he still has one on the bottom. Okay. But at least it wouldn't be as scary because there's no more warriors. Cool ability. I like it. Oh, Summer in this deck is really cool. Okay, you're able to get the hits. Yeah, but the problem is just the recursion from Demigod. Also, these brutes are really good. I never would have expected brutes to be this good, but like I never expected brutes to be good enough for deck building. I guess just because they're so slow. But I guess if you have Blood Summon, brutes kind of make a lot of sense because Blood Summon is during summoning phase, so you can get brutes in crazy positions for push. So nice decision. Yeah, I think the main problem in this game is just Kaldak is kind of stuck here, and I understand why. Yeah, Crispin, you seem to. I was checking out, and you were doing pretty well. Um, yeah, no, I look. I only have respect for people who endeavor in a deck building. Like I don't think I could do it. Maybe one day, but currently at least there's just too much things that like Summoner Wars is already a very thinky game, and thinking about like for example in a matchup like this, there's just so many variables, so many more than even in a base deck, right? Because people have one copy of stuff like Massimo's two copies of Brute, you have one copy of um, you have Warriors and you have Blood Summons. Like there's just so much shit to think about. I only have respect for anyone who joined this tournament. I guess Massimo can push up now because they're not afraid of Blood Summon because you only have one card left. No, but interesting game. Interesting game. I haven't checked the standings um, since I think it's the first week, so I should check soon. Ooh, Medi Mamu, that's a cool card in this deck. You can do some cool stuff with this. Medi, I'm saying it wrong. Medikaru. Medika. I'm terrible with pronouncing things. Medikairu. Ooh, they have Beast also. Okay, this looks this looks doomed at this point. Yeah, just chasing around. Okay, GG's. Yeah, no, that was a very informative game. Let's see how it ends. The last few turns. So you end up in this position. Yeah. Well, GG's. That was a fun game. Look, it went to the last few cards. Massimo winning the long game. Never seen it before. Agreed, Aaron. All right. Thanks for the replay. That was sick. Perseverance. Sorry, the name of this one was uh, Valiant Defeat. Yeah, I completely agree. Crimson Sun. From War or from Total War, right? I know from Total War Warhammer, but I think other Warhammers or Total War games have Valiant Defeat. I completely agree. Thanks for sharing. That was a great game. We already did Bean's game for today. Uh, Clarismus's game. Let's do one of his. He didn't give any titles in the Discord, but I'm happy to watch them. Also, speaking of which, I need to start my turns. Alrighty, so this is Clarismus versus Anwal. I think I've played them before. Yeah, getting close to yours. You're next, I think, Aaron. Yep, should be next. Betraying your leader. All right, so this one doesn't have a name, but let's watch it. So High Elves versus Phoenix Elves sounds like a fun matchup. Probably Phoenix Elves can do decently in this matchup, though you probably have to push in. And Maldera, it's probably hard keeping Maldera safe to some type of shenanigans. I guess the good news is you can't. Protection's actually probably really good in this matchup because you can't force anything with engage. Interesting matchup. Never played it, but it sounds like a fun matchup. I was able to clear the very solid first turn by Onwall. We got a Liberty second turn. Nice against the Phoenix Elves, because also it kind of invalidates archers, where archers want to move for the extra ping. So, and sometimes it's kind of worth just moving instead of getting two attacks. Cool use of. Yeah, this is actually a super interesting matchup in terms of interactions. Yeah, Liberty seems really good, especially if you're playing ranged. Because like, what do you do? Like here, Ember Mage, but Ember Mage is it's 4 dice, I guess. It's not as crazy as a piece. Yeah, shoots. I agree. I think I could see both sides of it, but I think it'd just be. I mean, look, it should be a league matchup, I guess. It sounds like a very fun matchup. Lots of cool interactions between them both. I just played like Clarismus, just very much getting nice value. Yeah, Valeria one shots Ember Mages also, which is nice. Ember Mages are super good in certain matchups such as Swamp Orcs because look, no matter how many dice you put on Ember Mage, it's only gonna do 1 damage. I was able to get the some good damage on Valeria. Hopefully kill this priest. Curious which unit is brought back by Maldara. Alright, nice. Weakens the gate a little bit. Okay, puts the Ember Mage in front. Ooh, Albus into Ember Mage. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. Ember Mages are kind of useless with Albus. Oh, nice forward gate by Clarismus. Though potentially, if Anwal is able to get a unit over here, uh, Valeria might be boxed in. Nice play, getting the Ember Mage in the War Aura, or the Strong Aura. Are they able to kill Albus? Yeah. That's key, otherwise this Ember Mage would probably have gotten killed again next turn. Interesting. Kind of makes sense from Clarismus because this is their gate, so that Maldara can't summon anything here. Though they can move something sideways here. But yeah, Valeria killing Ember Mages. It's nice. I think this gate is a little bit redundant. No, I guess I can understand it. You really want control of this space over here, and Clarismus can potentially move a unit up. Okay, nice. Guess the kill of the Guardian with this event. Okay, this is we have a game here. Yeah, this is why I think some people don't like Divine Retribution because you just completely ignore it this turn. There's no reason to take 2 damage, and then you basically waste a magic, right? Because this card could easily have been 2 magic. I guess the contradictory, the counterpoint to what I said is that you keep the Guardian alive at max health, but I don't know. I guess it's a hard decision whether the extra magic is worth it. Ooh, we have a Titus. I don't think Titus is being summoned this game though. Hmm. All right. Oh yeah, you can't even push it. I was like, this thing's dead, and I realized you can't even push it. All right, so this is the second Spirit of the Phoenix. So after this, as high elves, you're feeling much better. That said, in terms of card advantage, it's very close. And Clarismus only has 1 magic. Surprised they choose to keep Titus. They're a Titus lover like the rest of us. A Titus enjoyer. There has to be a name for that. A Titus connoisseur or something. Nice play by Anwal here. Yeah, it's interesting to think about if there's one corridor who gains the most out of it, because both these factions do really well with a corridor. Interesting Ember Mage. Trying to surround Valeria. Interesting. I like it. This is a close game. You put the archer up, or what are you doing? Repositioning? Okay. Okay, nice flare. Flare retribution is semi-nice. Luckily for Clarasmus, they have a sanctity. Okay, gets rid of that. Oh, interesting. Okay, never mind, because it's Maldara and it's still within 3. But potentially some interaction there. Valeria can move it outside of the range of the event. Ooh. Ooh. Damn. I'm not sure if that's worth it. I think that's a mistake. I'm not sure why this beast took 2 damage to hit the priest, but who cares? Like, you're not killing the priest regardless. Valeria would have taken damage even if it went out of range. True, true, true. Okay, so that's how it works because it was before the attack. It's with the attack. The attack determines when the event is triggered. Okay, makes sense, Nestle. But if it was within 3 spaces and you forced it to 4 spaces away, would you still take damage? Okay, okay. So yeah, makes sense. All right, this is scary. This is super scary as a Claris in this. I didn't even realize Onwell's down to 2 cards. All in on this play. Ooh, double archer. I would never expect my opponent to have double archer as their last 2 cards. Do they get it? Oh, nice. Nice win by Onwell. That was a great game by both of you guys. Great game. I'm super happy that Clarasmus also kept Titus there. They're a Titus lover, like the rest of us. You can join our Titus coalition, Clarasmus. Me, Bean, and I think that's basically it. The rest of everyone else is Titus haters. No, actually, someone was posting replays. I think it was oh, I forgot their name, but there was someone in the High Elf channel who was posting replays about them winning with Titus and saying how Titus is how they win a bunch of matchups. Um, Nestle's a Titus enjoyer also. Yes, yes, yes. We gotta prove Prophet wrong. Prophet the Titus hater. Alrighty. Now it's on to Aaron's replay. Let's go. So the title. Oh, sorry. Cosmos does not have a title because that was in Discord. But that was a fun game. Very fun game. All right. So betraying your leader is the title of this. Do you like Titus? Bean loves Titus. Alrighty, this is a very fun matchup. I think this was a league matchup, right? Uh, Originally. Um, but we got Aaron versus G-Man. Should be a fun matchup. Turn ones for Mount and Vargath are so painful. They're so painful. I wish turn ones were better, but some of your some turn ones, like that was not a bad turn one, but just in general, some turn ones. If there's one thing I could change about Mount and Vargath, even though I think they're completely balanced, is make sure they permanently go turn 2, because turn ones are just sometimes you literally just have to take inactivity damage as Sundervid if you have the wrong hand. Oh yeah, true. DQI is also a lover. Yeah, so Swamp Orcs also have a painful turn 1 because usually you just have to sacrifice your. Ooh, what a whiff. Um, usually you have to sacrifice your starting Sage? No, I forgot the name of it. Is Shaman? Yeah, Bog Shaman. All right, pushing up by Nestle. Ooh, this is a big Blast Forge here. And then potentially if they have this is painful if they have that event, the barrier event, then they kill the Slinger also. Nice play. That's a. Oh, never mind. They have the on the gate. Okay, G-Man's really good at forged. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Shoots that turn one for Mount and Vargath can mounting your hand be very painful. Like sometimes you literally just have to take inactivity damage because Brute is just clogging everything up. Especially if you don't draw a common turn one. Against some factions, you literally just have to take inactivity damage. Okay. Nice play by Aaron. I'm assuming you don't push here. Or is there? There might be actually against Forge. You do push, yeah, because they want to summon around the Adventure. They don't want to summon with the gate. That's funny. That's actually the one faction which you do push there. Otherwise, they'd be clogging their gate there. Oh, nice use of Blast Force cards. This is painful. Very nice Forge play by G-Man. But Adventure down to 8 against Mountain Vargath. Now they need to start playing a little bit more safe. Nestle convinced Aaron to be a Titus lover. No, you can't just be all right with Titus. You have to love Titus. What do you mean, Nestle? Ooh, do they get it? Ooh, they get the 4 out of 4. Nice. Too bad you don't have a. I guess the good thing here is that potentially you only get attacked from 2 angles, but this is one of these painful turns. For Aaron, but given the hand, what can you do, right? And your next turn seems pretty painful also here. This looks like a painful next turn. The good news is that you're like this is one of the only positions against Forge where you like being your summoner being stuck on a corner, because then there's only 2 possible avenues for them to attack you. Damn, the collar. This is painful, necessary but painful plays by Aaron. Interesting that you prioritize getting the damage on the Inventor over the Ember Cog. But that kind of makes sense, because Ember Cog at 1 health is not the most dangerous, and you can play around it. And also you just want to make the Inventor as scared as possible. And also giving you multiple options for lethal. Yeah, your hands have been pretty bad. Ooh, do you keep Torridon? No, I'm kidding. Definitely a Varn. At least you have Stronghold this turn. But I like how you're keeping G-Man literally stuck to this corner. Like, they would love to spread out here. And you'd be in a lot more danger if they had the opportunity to spread out, given how your hands have been with the lack of commons. So, nice play by you, Aaron. Trying to get some nice magic back. Definitely get rid of Torridon here. Curious if you keep the collar or not. Curious if you keep Battle Leader or not also with Sunderbet F4. I'm assuming not. Let's see. Oh, you keep Torridon. Nice. Yeah, Torridon's actually probably really good in this matchup. Don't worry how long I keep Torridon. Okay. Yeah, it prevents Inventor from advancing too. Yeah, I agree, Aaron. It's very nice. Interesting workshop position. Kind of like it. Curious that G-Man has not been pushing forward with his Ember Cogs on this side. I guess he doesn't want to damage them. Ooh, Inventor is kind of stuck here, but I guess they're kind of afraid also. Huh. Interesting. This is a weird. So you're kind of like both playing. Like you both can just kill each other in one turn. So lots of you guys have to play around. Yeah, exactly. It keeps your life high because they can only attack from two areas, and it's hard for them to get forged in flame value. Okay, I like it. Threatening the workshop but not killing it, because you could potentially die to some. Oh, they only have one magic. Never mind. They can't do some type of modular tricks. All right, they're pushing up the gate. Yeah, this is a cool game. Just tactically. Okay, potentially killing the Ember Cog with a 3 for 3. Again, keeping Inventor to the side of the board. Okay, got some nice. All right. Keeping Torridon. Nice, nice. I like it. I like it. And G-Man is committing themselves to this side of the board. They're like, we are staying in this half of the map, or this quarter of the, or a third of the map, I guess, and we're not leaving. Yeah, Torridon is still in hand. They are committing to never leaving. Oh, this is kind of cool though with double modular. It's not as compressed as I thought it is. Though that said, getting Forge and Flames values here is so hard. Like you're never getting any value outside of maybe this position. But this kind of leaves like you don't want to. Oh, I guess you can kill the barricade and then put collar there. Yeah, yeah, with Torridon's ability. Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, double modular is it's similar to like Sand Goblins. If you can get double, I mean, it's probably even better than that. But like for example, if you get double booster as Sand Goblins, it's a very different faction than if you don't have any. Similar with modular here, you're just so much more threatening once you get double modular, or even a single modular. Very Sand Goblins esque. I guess you could also say with similar to cloaks, any of these movement upgrades with moto boots, just movement upgrades in general are just so good. This poor Ember Krog stuck between two brutes. All right. I'm waiting for this Torridon, and I'm excited for it. These are kind of these are nice sentry cog locations though. Hard to do anything here without taking uh, 1 or 2 damage. But yeah, very nice sentry cog placement by G-Man. Trying to kill your gate also. I wasn't even thinking about that. So yeah, you have to be a little bit careful about your gate here, even though most likely it'll take 2 more turns. The brute back and forth. The dream brute. The dream brute back and forth. All right, able to deal with those pesky sentry cogs pretty well. I guess sentry cogs are not as good uh, against the Vargas just because their units are so beefy, the collar and the brute. Again, another nice sentry cog placement though. Knowing G-Man, this guy's going face, 100%. With his Ember Cog. I know G-Man. Hey, this Ember Cog is going. Oh, I guess they're just protecting the inventor with Ember Cog. Never mind. Yeah, they probably die if they if they do what I said. No, they wouldn't die, but they would be low. This is such a funny game. Inventor just stuck in the corner, but modulars are doing work, keeping them in the game. All right. Yeah, Soonervad can't be in there. Take too much damage. The Sentry Cogs are getting some value done though. G-Man crucially down to 3 cards. Okay, you prioritize the Ember Cog over the. It kind of makes sense. You're just threatening him over the Sentry Cog. Okay. I feel like there's some crazy kill here, but maybe not. Yeah, definitely not with the barricade in the way. It just feels dangerous as Mountain Vargath. Interesting. This is a really cool game. Double Modular is doing so much work. Just being able to move all these units um, without actually having to take heavy machinery damage. Heavy machinery? I forget. The one disadvantage for G-Man is that Inventor is kind of just stuck in this corner with this formation. Like, there's no real chance for the Inventor to really leave. So most of the summons will have to happen from the gate. Interesting game. This is coming down to the wire. Okay. Nice play. It's able to potentially kill 3 units. I love the Torridon optimism. Yeah, just as you posted in chat, G7 Ginger about Torridon. Yeah, just the optimism that you'll be able to get Torridon. It can be, I mean, you don't need that much magic to summon the rest of your hand, so it's like a cheerleader, basically. Yeah, I agree, Persuadin. I think the question is, like, how do you even summon it? Like, if you're able to get enough magic for Torridon here, like, is it even possible? I guess it matters what the last 2 cards are. It's very optimistic. If it goes really late, maybe. But I feel like at that point, G-Man dies due to inactivity damage. I'm curious what G-Man's last 2 cards are. This game is coming down to the wire. Very cool game. Is there some cool? No, there's not. I was trying to think if there's some cool hit yourself with fighter, but Inventor's also at 5, so it'd be suicide. All right, G-Man, what's your last card? What is your last card? There it is, Helma. Makes sense. Yeah, it gets in the way. Okay, now you're a bit scared here. I guess the good thing is that Helma. Oh, they whiff also. Now the whiff is nice, but also not even that. Helma still has heavy metal, so it's gonna kill itself if it tries to move too much. Ma time. Yeah, this is scary. Unless you can get Torridon magic, which does not seem worth it. Interesting. All right. Trying to go big. Ooh, what a play! What a play! I like it, Aaron. This is a sick play. Yeah, I guess with modular and this is a good shot. Bean would be proud, Aaron. That was an amazing play. Did you go for it for the fun of it, or did you go for it because you thought your chances were? What is that? I think it's like 40% chance. What is that chance? I don't know what 5 is off the top of my head. Yeah, 40% chance. Yeah, the one held it was back here for majority of the game, and it paid off in the end. What a sick finish. Did you think too hard about this, Aaron, or was it just like, let's go for it? I see the opportunity, let's go for it. I guess here though with Helma, yeah, you kind of do need to go for this. Yeah, you're not killing Helma anytime soon. You could do like one fighter. Yeah, that's not happening. Yeah, true. With Magcog and Barricade, you were losing there. What a sick play. Yeah, fun game. I'm scared, homie. So Person Warren had "Don't be scared, homie." I think "Don't be scared, homie," and now "I'm scared, homie." That's hilarious. All right, I'll be watching that tomorrow, but we'll finish off uh, with a dildo Baggins replay titled "Cave Goblin Win versus Crimson Order." And Betray Your Leaders are great because you to win the game, your fighter had to betray the leader. Oh, that's sick, Force Warden. I like your names. Those are great. All right, so the title of this is Cave Goblin Wizards versus Crimson Order. Oh, Dildo Baggins replay. We gotta get Dildo Baggins streaming. Such a fun guy. Okay, let's see. Oh, so Shamibi, who I played a Crimson, or I've seen them play Crimson Order a bunch of times. They're really good. And versus Dildo Baggins, and one of the notoriously worst matchups for Cave Goblins. Let's see how it goes. Also, Cave Goblins going second kind of sucks. But at least they leave this gate spot open. All right. That's a good sign. No special, the first cultist. All you can ask for. Is it perfect dice? Oh, it is perfect dice. All right. And also has Blarf in the back. Unrelenting. This is a great first turn as a Cave Goblins. All right. Chooses not to kill the beast. Kind of makes sense with Unrelenting. Just wants to make sure that has some dice on it. Hmm. I have to think more about this. I think I was able to clear the board, but take a damage, and potentially get Warrior to the face next turn. Instead, chooses to get Cultist. Okay, I can see it. Oh, I see. I see. They don't have any. They wouldn't have had the magic for it. My bad. So this sneak play is actually better than I thought it was because they only had one magic. Alrighty, let's see. Okay, chooses to go for the priest and the whiff. Tragic turn by Dildo Baggins. Dice did not do them well. Okay, at least has a nice backup with this Klinger here. Interesting gate here. I could see it. I'm not sure if this is good against cave goblins though, but against most other factions, I think it's fine. Ooh, we get a double clinger climber. Double clinger climber. The dream. The dream. Starting to take over the gate spots. I think this is the only way, really, I've heard from at least Bean that you can deal with this. And then they're going to make sure they... Oh, okay, they do attack the cultist. Never mind. I was going to say you could keep this cultist alive just to reduce summoning spots. But I guess they want the magic. I'm trying to think if the warrior should be here or here. Not sure. I'd have to think about it more. But Daymar being here makes sense because you can get this gate spot again. Because you're really fighting right now against the goblin onslaught for gate spots. Okay, nice sneak turn. Interesting. Oh, are they going to go around the gate? Yep. Very nice. They're able to get... Not here? Interesting. Okay, the beast goes there. Interesting. Oh, is Sneaks going in? Sneaks is definitely going in. Yep. Sneaks going in. I think lucky for Dildo Baggins, no converts have been drawn. Convert is like the death nail for cave goblins here. But I feel like in this matchup, because of how bad it is, you do have to kind of take some risks. But nice play by Shmibi. Surrounding. That said, you do, again, leave this gate spot open. So Daymar's not getting any reinforcement outside of cultists soon. Shmibi. Alright, doing a good job. Again, surrounding the gates. Ooh! Wait a second. We have a Blarf turn coming up soon. This Blarf is getting way big. I completely forgot about this Blarf in the background. Okay, we got a pile on. Trying to kill the gates here, yeah. No, very nice play by Dildo Baggins here. And do they have the... Ooh, whiff. Able to get the warrior, and then enrage the horde. I think I would have prioritized killing this gate, though, to be honest. I don't think the warrior is too big of a deal. Oh, barely able to get it. Yeah, I think that's the only thing I would have changed. I think this gate should be dead. Unless the beast completely whiffed and I missed it. The unrelenting here is nuts. Especially because I don't think convert works on it, right? Yeah, I don't think so. Because it destroys, yeah, so it wouldn't work with unrelenting. But yeah, nice play by Dildo Baggins. Nice pressure. By the time, this is the Sand Goblin's dream, by the time they draw a gate, you already have units everywhere, so this gate is going to just be surrounded or destroyed, next turn. And the only unit which Daymar can summon are basically cultists and priests. I guess it is tiny bit scary with transfuse. Call forth, I'm assuming, on priests. Yeah, priest and a cultist makes a lot of sense. It's crazy that this is still even... Crimson Order still would have a shot of winning. The problem is that Daymar... Ideally, you'd want Daymar in a position to protect your gate, because any place you put the gate here is just gonna... it's gonna be destroyed afterwards. But especially if Daymar can get another convert, They actually are in a pretty decent spot, just showing how like crazy lopsided this matchup is. Well, not lopsided, but it just shows you how many tools Crimson Order have to deal with cave goblins. That's it. Blarf has been doing a lot of work here. Ooh, we get a sneak turn. Also, cave goblins are only down to 3, so I didn't even realize that. Yeah, no, this is semi-dangerous. Especially because next turn, Dildo Baggins know that they have a priest and a cultist. They might not know they have a cultist, but they know that they at least have a priest. Okay, now they know they have a cultist. So Daymar gets surrounded again next turn. Crazy. At least, yeah, sneaks can be here. Okay, enrage the horde, makes sense. And if they can get them to 1, yeah, this is important because this allows for Call Forth not to be used again. Goes for the gate. I think here, if you're a Shami, you have to play for the second convert and then just keep the gate. I think that's the only way of doing it, is keep summoning cultists and priests. But it's hard. It's hard. Nice play by Dildo Baggins. Great game. Was able to successfully surround the gates. And get some really nice clinger plays for the win. But yeah, well played by both players. I thought there was a situation there where Shmibi, if they had if the cards were different for Dildo Baggins, they might have been able to hold. But yeah, great games all around. Those were great, guys. Thanks for all those replays. I'll be streaming again tomorrow where I'll go through. I went through one replay from every single person, so tomorrow feel free to submit another replay, and I'll again go through every person at least once, maybe twice if we have time. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. Thanks for stopping by in the chat. Thanks for and we had our guest Eden. Hopefully they're feeling better. But yeah, have a great day, guys. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.